Maria. I am the writer of Purposely Royal on blogspot.com, and I am here starting my first video for my blog and for YouTube and for wherever else it's gonna go. I am just a regular old girl with some interesting stories that have happened in life, who is ready and prepped to share with the world and to share with other young women. I've gone through low self-esteem, I've gone through no confidence, I've gone through, boyfriends, I've gone through family issues, I've gone through friends leaving you. I've gone through a lot of things that I feel like everyday people struggle with. And when I turn on the TV, even though it's reality TV, it's not people like me. They're not telling me their struggles. They're in mansions and in these Rolls Royces, and I'm not knocking anybody's lifestyle, but I'm saying I would love to see more people who are just like me. Life is about being real. Life is about, not sugarcoating. Like, why do we continue to sugarcoat? Why do we continue to hide? Or especially, I guess I would say, why do I continue to hide? I'll make it about me. Why do I continue to hide? Why do I continue to, be in the corner when I know I've seen it? I've worked with so many people where when I open my mouth and I share a story, it sparks something in somebody. So that's all I want. That's all I'm praying for, that conversations will go deeper, people will be challenged, minds will be expanded, and life will be lived ultimately. I'm not pushing my views on anybody. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm just a normal, plain Jane old girl who has a couple funny, crazy, interesting stories that have happened in my life. So if you haven't read That Cheated, go read it. Go read it. I honestly woke up today and I started reading it and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I wrote this. I can't believe I just told the world and whoever read it that I cheated. But it's so important, because a lot of times we feel as though cheating is just physical, or it's text messages, or it's, nowadays it's double taps on Instagram. Sorry for those who don't know what Instagram is. But it's not. Cheating is your emotions. If you're emotionally involved with somebody else, you need to reevaluate what you want to do, reevaluate who you want to be with. And if you know that the person you're emotionally attracted to, that it is the person that you want to be with, don't have someone lingering on and hanging on, and don't settle. And don't settle for anything. And honestly, to clarify some things, my ex is not a bad person. The relationship wasn't horrible or anything like that. It was actually quite opposite. He's a great guy, and everybody was like, when you're in a relationship, it was like, yes, we're gonna get married, and of course we had talked about it for so long that it just seemed normal. So when he proposed, I was like, well, what's gonna happen anyway, right? Might as well. Yeah. Somebody's texting me. I'm my little cousin. Hey, Tati. She said, thanks so much for sharing with us. She read my blog. I love her so much. Thank you all for reading it. But yeah, so it wasn't like I was, not putting my energy towards a wedding and our relationship and, doing stuff like that. But what ended up happening was really actually the exact opposite. What I didn't get to share, I'm going to share this little piece too, because I shared it in the sermon that I did preached. I felt like I was starting to learn what it meant to be a wife and what it meant to be married, and especially in that last kind of month before, and especially right before I landed to go see him, I was so mad because I was missing my last homecoming at Clark Atlanta, and I was like, man, I was so mad on the plane, and then something just grabbed a hold of me and was like, you know what, this is gonna be your husband. You need to focus on, him, and so you're gonna have to give up things. So I felt like, okay, I'm learning, I'm sacrificing, and I wasn't doing it to get his attention, because I didn't get off the plane boy, I left my homecoming to come here with you. I wasn't doing any of that. I just got off the plane. I got off with high spirits. I got off with so much hope and joy. And I can honestly tell, you can always tell when a man's energy is different. okay? So I saw the signs. I didn't think it was gonna come though, not at all. So when it happened, I was so brokenhearted and so depressed because I felt like, but God, I was learning. Like, you were teaching me. Why? I was crushed. I was depressed. I was so hurt because I was like, I never saw it coming. I had, you know, put a lot of energy into wanting to be a wife and wanting to be his wife, and it was hard. It was hard, but from that sparked a new relationship or a new direction of my relationship with God. And from that sparked what I called 40 Days with Jesus. And if you've never heard of 40 Days with Jesus, I'll just give you a little snippet. I went on a 40-day devotional prayer thing with God and with Jesus, and I just, for 40 days, because I had 40 days until graduation. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how I was going to get there. I'm kind of choked up thinking about it now. I'll now explain why. I had no focus, no direction. I didn't know where I was going. So I said, you know what, God, I need you the most in this season of my life. I need you to repair my broken heart. Now, when it first happened, I was in my feelings. I was in the tank. I was in all those sappy love music, all the sad songs. And then I thank God that he let me to realize that all that music was gonna do was just hurt me even more. It was just gonna realize my pain even more. I didn't want to realize my pain anymore. I wanted to heal. I wanted to move on. I had to go back to school, finish school. I was in the middle of doing projects, you know, video projects with my production team. I was in the middle of classes. I was in the middle of being a chaplain assistant at Clark Atlanta. I had to go back and still give myself. So I'm like, God, I can't give myself if there's nothing to give. I can't give myself if I'm empty inside. But nothing materialistic, no money, no man, clearly, and no music is going to fill me back up. So God, I need you. So for 40 days, I woke up, I listened to music, I prayed, I fasted, I took off, and then my phone is still this way. I have a little bit of secular music on there now, not a whole bunch, nothing crazy, but I took all of my non-Christian music off my phone, and I put music that glorified God completely on my phone. And I'm going to give you a little background, I'm not the type of person that did that. I believe that you can listen to, I still believe, I listen to all types of music, everything, jazz, hip-hop, classic, R&B, whatever it is, you pretty much name it except for rock. No discrimination, I just don't get down with the rock. But I listen to everything. So when I took the music off, it was a big step for me. I took it all off. I found music that literally did not even, I didn't find music that made me realize my problem, because gospel music does that too, okay? I found music that only talked about God, being a healer, being a deliverer, being a waymaker, being majestic, being beautiful, being, you know, my father, being my provider, being everything that I needed him to be. That's the kind of music I listened to, and that's what 40 Days with Jesus was. It was about being intentional with my relationship with God. So how I'll end this is saying that even though I might have went through the breakup, even though I might have cheated with my emotions, even though I had to go through like about a 5-month time of, you know, being in a situation that I probably shouldn't have been in, whereas if I would have made the right decision, I could have, you know, made a U-turn, or having to spend those 40 days because of depression and whatever, it was worth it, because it sparked something new in me. 40 Days with Jesus, 40 Days with Jesus went out to like over 100 people. I sent the template out to over 100 people. Whether they did it or not, they got it in their email. Whether they read it or not, they still have it sitting in their email. I did follow-ups with people who told me that they did 40 Days with Jesus. There were young people who were doing 40 Days with Jesus, and all because of my hurt, all because of my depression and my pain, and all just because I simply sought God. I simply went to him, and had I maybe missed that step, somebody else might have missed 40 Days with Jesus. So even though we may go through things, we may have pain, we may have hurt, there is a brighter side to it all. And in that time, I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know where I was going to go. But ultimately, I ended up here in California at Azusa Pacific University, getting my master's degree. And What people don't know is that it humbles me to be here because I honestly didn't think I would be here. I literally wanted to die at one point. I literally didn't think I would see another day or wanted to see another day. I was so depressed and so hurt. I didn't understand. But I'm here. I'm standing here sharing my story with the world. I am not a crier. Well, I am a crier. I'm a crier. I just don't cry for the people, but I guess it helps that nobody, I can't see you guys watching me, so it makes it okay. I'm here now. I was a broken girl. I am a broken girl, and all I'm here to do is share my story. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, share. Please comfort, because now I'm kind of choked up and just thankful, really. So if I could leave you with anything I want to see, if there's anything I missed in the vlog, be honest with yourself about everything. When you're feeling hurt, say it. When you feel like you can't make it, say it. And I'm not saying to speak negative things in the atmosphere, but I am saying don't try to hide away from your pain. Because the more you hide, the more seeds are being planted to cover it up. The more you're walking out unhappy. Say that you're unhappy. But don't just say it to people. Say it to God. Say, God, I'm unhappy. God, I'm not feeling good. God, I don't know where I'm going in this life. But know this for sure. Know that God can direct you. Have the confidence. If you don't have confidence in yourself, because I didn't have confidence in myself. I didn't believe in me anymore. But I knew one thing to be true. I knew that God was real. So if nobody else was going to help me, if nobody else was going to get me through it, God was going to get me through it. Be honest with yourself. And when you're honest with yourself and you're honest with your emotions and you look yourself in the face and you say, you know what, I'm not happy, start to speak over yourself and say, you know what, I'm not happy now, but I will be happy. And then start to identify. So be honest, declare, start to identify the things in your life that you need to put out. Whether it be a job, whether it be a person, whether it be a thing, whether it be a change of location. You need to start living because we only have one life to live. We all have purpose. We all have passion. There's something that we all must do. And the more you sit around wasting time in your pity party of a life, the less time you're spending doing your purpose. The less time you're spending walking with passion. And the more time you're dancing with depression. Don't dance with depression. Dance with God. Live your life, because there's a whole life to live. Life is so beautiful, it's so wonderful, and we should spend time loving life, living life with the people that love us and want us in their life. God gave us the earth, right? He created the world, but he put us in it and made us rulers over everything. So that means that the earth is ours, and we belong to God. So that means that God has given us the power to rule over this earth, to be kings, to be queens, to be beautiful people. So live your life. Okay, I'm done. Please comment, share, like. Tell me if you liked it. Tell me if you didn't like it. Send it out to your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever. Send it, share it. Please comment. I'll leave my email. If you want 40 Days with Jesus, let me know. If you want anything I've talked about. If you have more questions, please, because your questions is what's going to drive the conversation. It's what's going to drive my videos. It's what's going to drive my blogs. So, you know, I'm all about helping. I don't care if one person watches the video and puts out there. I don't care if I woke up today because I was so like, but God, I woke up today and I was like, you know what? Somebody's watching. Somebody's reading. Somebody needs it. So if you're that one somebody, this is for you. If you're the 5 somebody, this is for you. I don't care. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep going on. I'm not in for fame. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not, you know, getting any perks out of it except for just being able to share my story and know that somebody's watching. So like, love, comment.